Hello, hello, and welcome along to Miltern, a pirate adventure, episode 8. The shifting sands of the strange threads of prophecy, because we don't know what's coming, but we do know what's behind us. Who wants to tell us?
Oh, this.
I normally do a quiz, but that would involve me knowing what's behind us.
We talked about.
We had a rendezvous with another ship.
Yeah, I think that was the start of the episode and the end of the episode, to be honest. Can anybody tell me anything about the other ship?
Yes, I can.
Great, do so.
So, there was the lady whose name escapes me.
Good stuff.
But she was...
Good start.
What was the name?
Oh.
Alright,
Haley and
well,
Kira.
she was a badass. And she
These
made Sonya shiver, which is unheard of. And they had a little bit of like a dinner. It was Sonya, Olive,
What they both really fishy as well. Her and
something weird.
There you go.
Yes, Kaylee and Kiros.
She wasn't particularly fishy, but she did have. She was a bit scaly. She had some dragon scales.
She had
on
scaly
her
legs, and he
and
had
he
a
had
writhing beard.
Yes, he had a beard that did snakes.
Oh yeah, yucky.
I think someone talked to Lux. I think the other ship captain talked to Lux, or Olive talked to Lux about something. What that something was, I don't remember.
Okay, Matt, this couldn't be going any better. Mikayla,
I remember what happened to my character.
Great. What conversation was had with you prior to their ship, prior to them boarding your ship?
Okay, yeah, they were. It was about if they're going to basically give over William McCanty because he used to be on this ship with those guys, right?
Mm-hmm. He traveled with them and he ran away.
Oh yeah, and they like to chop people up on that ship.
They
so
do.
He understandably did not want to go back. Yeah, and during that dinner meeting, basically, who was it who was getting all stabbed up? Jesus,
Me.
I don't remember.
It was
Matt,
me.
Oh yeah,
Matt was
Yeah,
changelingifying William.
I was
McCanty.
I knew
disguised
someone
as
was
William.
impersonating William. Yes.
And Olive
So-
kept me safe. I don't know how. It's written in my notepad to ask as soon as the session started.
Okay, it was
she
like
was
an
making
illusion.
illusions of you, and then
Getting sliced
and
up.
then the other guy got all up. The actual woman, Kaylee, got up with the dagger, and then she couldn't protect you, so you got daggerficated.
Yeah.
It was pretty yucky. But then, we got you out of there and wrangled the real William and exchanged him for some handsome guy. Did
Some
you get a
handsome guy,
note for
Calafio?
him? Oh, yeah, him.
Oh,
Yeah, this guy was all chained up and getting onto our ship. So I guess we were making a trade. Meanwhile, during that dinner, Athren and was it with the night crew, the Drow? You guys were sneaking over to steal basically the schematics of like their cannon, which was powered by a fireball necklace. That Athren, so close to getting out undetected, set off a big explosion. Like right after the trade was complete and we took off, and then William McCanty was hanging on to the end of the boat.
Yeah, so in the explosion, he leapt off of their boat, and grabbed onto your anchor chain.
Oh yeah, yes.
In a roundabout way,
Oh,
it may have actually been a better result, right?
Yeah, for him.
Yeah, got McCanty out and sabotaged their cannon.
That's true.
Before all this happened, Annika was tasked with finding who stole William's liquor.
This did happen.
That was a while back.
That was right at the beginning of the session, yeah.
So I will admit I basically lagged out earlier after I asked about whether they were actually slavers or not. What was your answer to that?
Slavers?
Yeah, I asked the other ship, were they like slavers or something like that? They had something
like
going on
weird
kind of like that, weren't they?
Experimenters.
They were creating the simic hybrid race.
Yeah. I knew it was something gruesome like that.
Yeah, that was them.
Upgrading people.
They're upgrading people, indeed. A few other points of interest. Lux, how did you get so involved with this discussion? What were you asked to do?
I was the waiter.
You were das waiter.
And so, yeah, it was kind of awkward. They were like, hey, let us have that satyr. And Sonia said no, it's not an option. Not for trade, not this one.
It was nice of her.
That is
Um,
sweet, yeah.
Yep. The man, when Percival came to serve the dessert, said that Percival was
Ooh.
claimed, revealing
Yeah.
to Lux, Olive, and Sonia that Percival was in some way claimed by a higher power. The man
Yeah,
was
Percival
also claimed he had a
reacted to
Warlock
that.
pact. Anyone remember what with?
Oh god, Gorgons?
A
or
Gorgon,
something?
yeah, indeed.
I don't know how you do it.
His beard did
Oh, me?
snaking.
Yes.
She writes
Because
things down.
It's because my
Yeah.
brain is empty of any useful knowledge.
That too. Yeah. Anything else of interest?
That, I think, sounds... That covers it, I think.
We're hoping to get our own ship soon.
Great. Good luck.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. So sailing on the the 1C really. And you were in the Shifting Sands.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So let me find the thing where the thing does the thing, and then we can carry on with the thing.
Ooh, some
Okay.
islands.
Well,
Good.
sort of.
More like sandbars and shit like that, I guess.
Well, Matt, what's your character called?
Catalina?
Catalina. There we go. I knew it was Cata. I just couldn't get the rest of it.
Island.
Had seen from the big tall tower on a ship that you stand in and watch people. That okay. Do you know what? Just give me a second. I can't find the music, therefore my brain won't work. Like
The
I'm
bucket.
trying to
The
find
bucket.
the music.
The
Fucking
bucket.
bucket.
no, there
Why is the music gone? Like just do the go. Do the go. Oh.
Would you like us to whistle?
No, I don't want the theme tune. I want the sea.
Why is the music gone?
Okay, I think we're there. Is that
Yeah.
it? I can hear it. Okay, fantastic.
I see
Um,
it. Sailing ship, high seas ambiance.
Okay, cool. And as you guys were moving through the shifting sands that are between the two islands of the Pirate Isles, some of these islands were very static, and some of them appeared to be moving quite drastically in and out of certain areas. It was very difficult to make clear what was real and what was an illusion. And as you guys are sailing away, you can hear this shout from the anchors. Help! Oh! I'm down here!
Oh, brother.
Sonia
Let's
sort
peek
of
over the side.
looks over to Lux and motions towards the edge of the tip for you to have a look.
Yeah, we'll look over the little handbar and see what's going on with him.
Give me a persuasion check? A perception check? Jesus,
Hey.
man. Throw me out the window right now.
Slide yourself over the edge.
Get
Convince
in the
William to get on the boat.
Not great. 11.
What do you see? As you sort of look down, you can just sort of see a boot. A little bit of a leg, you know, that's all you can really see around the edge of the boat. Just you can see that someone's clinging to the anchor. You recognize the voice to be William McCann.
Do I see the peg leg? Do I recognize that?
Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll have that side flapping out. And you can see that he's sort of half submerged in the water.
Oh. Well, Captain, it seems William McCanty has reboarded. Matter of speaking.
The problem is
If that is his peg leg.
that's the problem you see with driftwood. Sometimes you throw it away and it just floats on after you. Be having that. Where's Katalina? We probably owe her for this evening.
I'm probably close by because I want some answers after
I think you were
agreeing
looking-
to get.
Yeah, you were down
Stabbed.
outside the captain's thingy, so she looks at you and... Would you like a reward for your excellent performance this evening?
I would like to know why I just agreed to get stabbed.
It wasn't part of the plan. Plans are difficult where those two are concerned, and we needed to sell a story. The main reason is so that we could enhance our ship and the cannon, and so that we could get rid of any deadwood on our boat. But unfortunately, we seem to have picked it back up. How would you like to play with it?
Maybe we could bring it back.
For what? You have a purpose, William McKenty?
No, I'm saying we could bring him back to them.
Oh, it looks like they don't have much of a boat. I assume that they escaped, but they're not really tradable with right now. You want to hold on to him for the foreseeable future? I was going to offer you his cabin.
I would prefer if we left him at sea, actually.
Thought so too. Here, Olive, where's that wand of yours? And Olive will give you a wand of levitation.
Nice.
Aw.
I'm gonna go outside
Got
and
7
immediately
charges.
levitate Buck.
It's got 6 charges now. Bok will succeed in his con save and sort of hops about a millimeter off the floor, looks slightly disconcerted, and then sits back down. But yes, she suggests that perhaps you might have some fun with William McKenty. And then she sort of looks at you and make sure you leave him behind. Katalina, what do you do?
That is too much attention. I don't pay him no mind of day. That's why I took his looker.
You admitted to it.
So you'll just sort of raise him until he's off the anchor and then leave him in the air?
I'm not doing anything.
Well, if you leave him on the anchor, he's still on the boat and he might climb up. That's why she's suggesting that you extract him from the anchor using the levitate.
Oh, that's why she gave me the wand. Oh shit.
Yeah. So to levitate him up so that he's no longer on the anchor, he's just hovering in midair, and then you can just drop him into the sea once you're a few feet away.
I will do that.
Great, love that. Takes you a couple of attempts. He succeeds his first con save, but after that, you sort of float him in the air, and you sort of see him go up, sort of legs in the air. He's side on a little bit. He's screaming and yelling. But the most telling thing is that the bird, our good friend Jazoko? Jacko, yeah. He has a full name, but I don't think I've given it to you yet. That's good. Comes and lands on the front of the boat, paying no attention to William McKenty whatsoever. But seeming like he still wants to attach to the boat, and that is where you know that William McKenty has been fully given up on. And as you drop him back down into the sea, you just hear... and Olive looks over at you and just says, "You have been promoted."
Nice. I freeze frame. Music plays in the background.
Congratulations.
We must attend to our newest guest. We'll be arriving at Port End in a couple of hours.
Who is that tall drink of water, Captain?
Sonia smiles and looks at you. Do you like him?
He's pretty. He's no Mathis, but...
You're taking Lux.
She sort of looks at you and... Interesting. He's a map.
Sort of my specialty. Map
Sorry,
for what?
did you say a map?
M-A-P, map. She smiles and... I suppose I'd better get us into Port End before we have that challenge. Perhaps you might see him below decks, find him a nice place to rest.
Yes, ma'am.
And she sort of directs it at kind of anyone. And then she turns the boat wheel to face directly at an island. In the middle of and then approaches it at a rapid speed. At this point, it is very clear that once you get sort of... You almost like are going to collide with it, and nobody seems worried at all. To those of you who are paying attention, it's quite obvious that everybody knows what's happening apart from you. Are you just going to put trust in the captain? Are you going to ask questions? You're sailing full speed ahead towards an island.
mean, I was gonna go down talk to that guy, but
Well, I mean, just
guessing it's
as
one
you're
of those-
going down, you can just sort of note it and like, oh, we're heading towards an
Yeah.
island.
No, I am watching, like hesitating before I go below decks to see what happens when we get to that island.
Yeah, as you sort of get towards the island, you note that some of the dwarves have gone right up to the front and like watching over the side, looking very, very excited.
No.
Yeah, as you hit the island, there's a slight sort of whoop, as if you've gone up a wave and down again, a little bubble in the sea, nothing more. You see before you a clear run to what looks to be a shanty town. You judge it to be about an hour away, clinging to the sort of edges of a sandbar, and you see lots and lots of different levels of sort of wooden huts, shacks, taverns, buildings. There's ladders between the different levels. Almost every building is elevated off the sand. You would assume with the shifting sands that buildings flat on the ground would just collapse. So instead they've got like sort of deep poles and they're all basically on stilts. And obviously this must be Port End. There is a strange white mist that hangs about it, clinging like a cloak.
Point of order. At some point, Athren got knocked unconscious and is back on the ship. I would have put cure wounds to
Is that
pick him
necessary?
up. Yes, I'm sorry, I will.
Forgot about him.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that's fine. I'd also forgotten you didn't have full any hit points, Jamal. But yes.
Yeah, I couldn't feel my legs.
Laying unconscious on the deck while we have these conversations.
One thing that is for sure, the drow did nothing about him. They left him lying on the edge of the deck and immediately went downstairs and shut away.
Wow, bastards. Okay.
They did their job.
Yeah.
They got you in, they got you out.
Yeah, I guess. So how much am I popping back up with?
You tried to blow them up.
Tried to blow them up.
That's not how they
19.
see it. Cool. Love that. 19 hit points, Jamal.
Oh,
Nice.
wonderful, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I can feel my face again. Wonderful times, happy days.
Olive will head on over to you and ask you, what did you find?
Aboard the ship.
No,
Well-
in your sleepless slumber. Yes. Your most critical mission.
Oh, I was also curious as to like whether you meant when I was looking at the captains because they were particularly peculiar. But in terms of the canon, well, what I found was something that's quite simple to recreate. I've got the schematics for that thing now.
Good. See that you do so. When you stop in the
However-
town, you can purchase materials.
Oh. The one problem, I don't know if we'll be able to purchase these. They're powered by one of these, and as I do, I fish out of my pocket the necklace of fireballs, the beads on them.
She looks.
Problem
like
is, I
them.
didn't get them all out.
Why
I've only
not?
got. Well, I flubbed it. The last one blew up in my face. On the plus side, they have no working cannon anymore.
Yes, that
On
was
the
entirely
downside,
point.
I think I might need another one of these balls.
I'm no engineer, but surely each one is a single blast of the cannon, no? Those are fireball beads, are they not?
Maybe, unless they had something to renew the things. I'm not entirely certain on the magic that they used to power the thing,
What's this
aside
do?
from this.
And she hands you a long, dark black wand with a deep red stone in the center. It's a wand that uses the same spell, and it recharges at dawn.
Whoa.
She's giving a wand to fireballs.
Then I would guess that's what they were using.
No, you would guess they do not. I'm sorry, I was about to get you to make a check, and then you, answered. Give me a Arcana check, please.
Sure. That's a 16.
Yeah, so you would know that's not what they were using, because this is an attunement item. However,
Oh.
you believe you and your good friend Farrak's Blackfire could potentially attempt to refactor this wand to recharge, but attune, sort of set up its attunement to the cannon, if you will, using a bit more of a sophisticated magical connection.
I see. Then I assume if I get more of the another necklace and I hook that up to this cannon, then maybe we could just fire the thing more in a single day.
Okay. We will. You will look into it. And you will build one.
Of course, of course.
Oh, and
It'll be done.
Athren, take this. And she will hand you a small blue vial. It is a supreme potion of healing.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hold on to it for as long as you wish.
wonderful. Well, I most certainly do appreciate this.
Katalina and Lux, you were heading down with Well, you were heading to our nice friend Calathiel, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are they doing with him right now? He was all chained up, right?
No, as soon as he got on the boat, they unlocked the chains and let him off.
Oh, okay. He's just walking around.
Yep. He looks like
Okay.
he's been whipped, punched, cut up, and sliced. But he's pretty chill.
Yeah. What's he doing? Just hanging out down
At
there?
the moment, he's not. No, he's currently up on upper decks. He's
I
leaning against the outside of the galley, looking out at the sea. Seems quite relaxed. He's got his sort of hands just behind his back, leaning against the wall, sort of looking up.
I
Give me
see,
an
he's striking a
insight
pose.
check with advantage because of what you've just said.
Yeah, he's trying to look cool in front of the ladies, is my guess. Insight, that's a 17.
It does look like he's waiting to be noticed, and when he noticed, it's almost like he's put himself in an artful picture. You know, he's placed. He's just in the sunlight. It sort of drops down just below his
Yeah.
chest. You know, he's aware that his eyes are glinting as he looks up towards. You know, he's not even looking at anything specific because he's more focused on how he will look to you.
Yeah, I say to Catalina, I've seen this. I've done this before. He's
Done this before. I love that.
Oh my
yeah, you
God.
know, when you just
Yes, the
stand
posing
around
goat.
looking pretty. Yeah. Catalina, what do you think? Is this guy your type? Do you like pretty boys?
He needs to talk first before I can answer.
Okay, let's go talk to him.
As you head on over, he looks at you and good afternoon. Back so soon. Pleasure.
No.
It-
I look at Lux and say no.
Yes.
First thing he said, Catalina's standards are very high. Yeah, we've been assigned to show you around, find you somewhere comfortable to set up. What?
Tough duty.
Palathiel, right?
That's me.
Well,
And
I'm
you were
Lux.
Lux, I believe. Your friend, however, I believe we've not been introduced.
No, we've been introduced. I just was looking like this, and I'll transform into William McCanty.
She was a little preoccupied at the moment.
Ah, you were the show.
I was, and I'll turn back.
Excellent talent.
I didn't do that because I trust this guy. I did it because I don't care if he knows or not. Just to be clear.
We were just talking about getting comfortable.
Why all the trouble to... Who are you? Why all the trouble to get you?
Calathiel, I'm a sailor. I love the sea. Pretty much more to say. I was a captive of Kaylee and Kiros when they didn't eat or chop up. So
Weird, right?
Sonia wanted me back.
You used to be with Sonia.
That's a strong phrase. We were acquaintances.
Explain.
Speak directly. I like that. But unfortunately, it's not only my secret to share, and she is your captain after all. We knew each other when we were younger, before either of us were particularly acquainted with the sea. I was but a
How old is the
child in my
captain?
elf years. You know that she is at least somewhat half elven or something. She
Okay, I
is,
see.
you know, she's at least 80.
Whoa. Okay.
Because
Copy
you've
that.
heard of events that have happened with her over 60 years ago.
Okay. Ugh.
Did you break the
You
music?
long-lived bolt.
No, I did. Okay.
I don't know if I broke it.
If
Don't
I
put
broke it,
that
there
on
we
me.
go. Calathiel just straight
Well,
up asks you. No, I'm kidding.
Well, tell the
well,
dwarves to start playing again.
Yes, there they go. They start moving the sea again for ambient noise.
well, the captain is. She's going to, I think, explain in time, Catalina.
Or this one
Oh,
Oh
what? Sorry,
no.
who?
could just tell us.
No. No, I owe Sonia my life. I will not do her a disservice.
That's enough information right there. Thanks.
I mean, yeah,
Wow.
sure. He'll smile. So, getting comfortable? We were discussing.
Yeah. Sure. I'll show him around. Show him around the lower decks. I guess he's gonna sleep in the communal area. I'll show him where the girls' room is, and he's not
As soon as
allowed
you
in.
show him the communal area, he sort of puts his hand up and somewhere to put my stuff is enough. I'll sleep up
perfect.
on decks, if that's all right.
Was I actually given William McKenty's room, or was that out of
Yes.
character?
Yeah, you will be given William McKenzie.
That is amazing.
Yeah, Catalina, why don't you check out your new quarters?
When you get there, you will find Mathis Denworthy scrubbing them out. You'll see
Wow.
William McKenny's stuff just in a pile outside, and he's currently he's got sort of like a big sort of scrubbing brush with like steel bristles. And you can see there's brine and seawater on the walls as he's sort of scrubbing it all down for you.
You don't have to do all that.
It's my job.
Can you're a construction guy, right? You do work, you make things.
No.
Who does that? I know our new friend
That's
does.
what a Genasi does.
Yeah, I know, but who does he do it with?
Does he do it with
Stuff?
someone?
I thought there was someone else that made stuff on the boat. Maybe I'm.
Ferrex? An
Farrax
Athren, I guess?
Blackfire is an engineer, but doesn't just in terms of like carpentry and stuff. No, it's just Darth. That was what he was hired
Neptune.
on for.
Well, I
Big
figured instead of I need 2 more beds, so I can't leave the girls behind. I need 2
You
more
better
beds
speak
put
to
in
your
this room.
friend. I've got some hammocks.
Catalina, that's so
But
kind.
you've got to remember, like, when you open this door, right? Okay, so just to give you an image, you open this little cubby, and there is, like, a bed in front of you at, like, sort of shoulder height. And underneath that is a sea chest and a little writing table. That's the whole room. Like,
I could build an expansion.
into the air. No, in fact, at this level, into the sea.
I thought it was a little bigger. So never
No,
mind.
it's a little tiny room. But what you could do is you could
I
sling
also
one
thought it
hammock
was bigger.
underneath it, and then you could, if you take alternate shifts, you could sleep 2 of you and then 1, and then 2, like 2 of you and then 2 of you. Like a lot of ship rooms are shared between 3 or 4 people because the
Or
shifts
just
rotate.
snuggle.
We could share hammocks.
I've heard of
I
sharing
like
beds. Sharing hammocks is the most. You're trying to share a hammock with somebody with hairy legs and hooves. As well, like let's not talk about that.
I do kick in my sleep.
It gets cold.
He says, "Look, I'm clearing it out, and then it's up to you what you do with it. If you want any changes, speak to the water genasi."
All right.
Still working on that door. I need to remember to go break later.
Yeah, Clathiel. As Clathiel gets down there, he sort of takes a look around. He puts his stuff in a little corner, but informs you that he will sleep above decks. I've
What is?
not
Does he mean
seen
just
much
on the
of.
ground?
I've not seen much of the sky and stars in the last 20 years. I'd like to see them as much as possible. I've got a blanket.
Wow.
I think Mathis gave me one when I got on the boat. So I will. I'll just under the stars.
Wow. I'm gonna casually activate my starry scarf. What is it called? Glamour weave, and just make it start shimmering. Here you go. This is actually totally accurate to the night sky, by the way. And I'll just shimmer it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's lacking the night air, but a beautiful piece.
Well. Yeah, I'll shape water and blow a cold, snowy wind at him.
His hair
Spell
blows.
definitely does that. Yeah, it does. It just sort of flows beautifully in the air, and he just sort of lets out a little smile as he sort of moves his head one way and the other. The whole world goes into slow motion temporarily.
Wow.
And yes, he'll go back above decks. If you will let him, and he will ask you where the galley is for food.
Oh yeah, I'll show him that, the important areas he needs to know, but especially that one.
Chop Chop will give him some stew. It's not really food time, but he looks like he's pretty roughed up. And then Lux, he will sort of motion you closer to say something very quietly to you.
Uh-huh.
Is there a place I might bathe in private? Just with a bucket of water.
That's a good question,
I'd like
is
to
there?
wash my wounds. Only Math's room, the third mate's room, and now the captain's quarters.
Who's the third mate? Is that
Katalina.
Katalina?
Yeah. There's no room for the second mate,
nice.
though. I have realized this.
Yeah.
But that's
That's
because
fine.
that's because it was a person they didn't like.
That's
In
fine.
Derek Javane.
I don't need to.
We'll get them eventually.
Well, you're probably... Mathis might help you out. He's a sweetie.
Be appreciated.
Sure.
He is
Welcome aboard.
a difficult luxury in Staves James.
Yeah. I'll say.
And he will go and find Mathis and disappear for a few hours. You note when he comes out, he is wearing only sort of like a short pair of sort of cut off, sort of like short pants, if you will, just canvas pants that have been cut right at the thigh, like they're underclothes. But
he's
he's already put on a shirt over the top. He wears it. He's got it open, but he's covered his back with a shirt. However, as you see it cling to his wet skin ever so slightly, and you can't help but notice, you do see faint lines on his back, as if he has one very large tattoo.
Whoa. Can I make out what that tattoo is at all?
No, only a couple of lines.
Whoa.
We can all see this.
The two of you, I think. I'm not quite sure where Annika is at the moment. Is she joining you with the girls' room? I mean, what are you two doing? Where are you two doing?
I mean, I think I was still with Athren during that conversation about the wand, which I was very enviously eyeing as it was passed in front of me.
Yes. Not for personal use. It's written along it in tiny letters. Yeah, I think at that point you guys probably just noticed, have probably noticed that you guys are approaching Port End. You'd expect the
Yay.
boat to dock within 15 minutes or so. Does anybody have any rituals, any pre-landing rituals, any particular outfits they wear to be on land? Like, what's the thinking? Olive is currently handing out information about ship's leave to you all. And all 6 of the player characters will be let out on the first leave. So when you first get to Port End, you can go freely about your business for 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Kira has
How
also been given
exciting.
ship's leave, as has Chop Chop and Mathis. Everybody else is to stay on board until second shift.
Is anyone else going with us, or just us 6?
Well, as I said, Kira and Chop Chop and
But they're
Mathis have all
assumed
been given leave.
on their
but
own.
At the moment, you guys haven't even docked, so you don't.
Gotcha.
You don't have to stay together.
Do we have a specific reason for being here that we know of?
Yeah, she needs to pick up some supplies for the journey.
Gotcha.
She's told you
Oh,
that you will be in
great.
port for 3 days.
Oh, so we can hang out on the
You get
first
24
day.
hours, and then you get 24 hours back on the boat, and then you're 24 hours again, and then you're leaving.
Ah.
Right.
Do we
I
know
know where I'm
what's here at
spending.
this port? Where's that? At the bar?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yes.
Pirate Isles, so I guess give me a history check. Any of you who feel like you've been acquainted with the Pirate Isles?
I think I have. But 3 is really bad. So that's a 5.
18.
I can't remember. These places all blur together.
With an 18, yeah. You'd know that it's a fairly typical pirate town, which means there's lots of taverns, a few shops,
Yep.
and little else.
That's all I needed. I'm good.
Trade is not apart from like a few like mainstay shops, traditionally ones that sell sails, ones that sell sort of stocks for the sea, so like barreled grain, dried meats, those sorts of things, and then a couple of others that maybe deal in wares required for the town. Most trade, especially of like smaller stuff, is done on the in the taverns.
Oh, okay. I see.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
We can gamble and like swindle people in drinking games as payment.
I see.
get
You
stuff.
were going to run your scam. I was going to also run my scam while we're in town.
What's
Are you
that?
looking to be a card shark or something?
Oh, what?
In a sense. I might set up a little table in the tavern and read some fortunes. Try to make some scratch.
Sounds like a good way to make some extra.
Yeah. And we
I was
can
thinking card
party.
sharking more in the way of trying your hand at some poker and such. But
That sounds,
I see you've got a different idea of card sharking.
that sounds
That's
like
impressive.
Annika and Catalina's area of expertise.
I am a fan of poker.
Perfect. Wow. She
Well,
just does
I'm
an
certainly
amazing
not going to
card
be
trick right in
sharking
front of
you,
us.
that's for sure. No way that's happening.
Yeah.
I have another. Hello.
What?
I agree.
Try that again.
Oh, that's Matt's turn to get it instead of me.
Dang. That's so messed up.
What's happening? Oh, he's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have the cameras up, and I was just waiting for Matt's sentence to finish.
Oh,
I heard
Matt,
it's
you're back.
happening.
Connection
There he
issues on
is.
me.
Guess who's back?
Oh,
Back
he's
again.
gone again.
On again.
Dude.
Tell a friend.
Oh no.
This- I hate that.
Catalina is typing.
Yep. Catalina
That's
is
good.
frozen.
I love it. Catalina is
Yeah.
trying to arrange her dock thing, just suddenly just pulls out a piece of parchment and pen, starts writing wild messages.
What kind of curse has taken over her?
Oh dear.
Are you here, Matt?
Nope.
God, he was unfrozen for like half a second.
Does anybody else have
Maybe
any
reset your whole internet.
any land rituals, any clothing changes, all that sort of stuff?
Well, I'm gonna snap my fingers and my shift weave will change my outfit towards more of the sort of town commoner style of outfit. And I'll get up and stretch my legs a bit, not least because I've been on deck for a while, but also because I've been pretty much knocked the fuck down, and I still don't feel my legs properly, so I need to get some
Well, you can
circulation
short
back
rest
going,
as well,
so-
by the way.
Yep,
before
I'll
you
short
go
rest
down.
as well then. But yeah, I'll get up, stretch my legs, pace around the ship a bit, and get myself sort of moving again and ready to sort of go somewhere when I land.
Okay.
Nice.
I know it's early, but
So
I think
we're
we'll
gonna-
take a short break while we wait for Matt. Be right back.
caves and tavern halls, we live by no man's rules. Fly the colors of the living, free and proud and true. We set out on the ocean blue to escape tyranny. We keep our merry hearts alive so long we roam the sea. A man once walked along the shore and called he out to me. I see you are a fisherman, a lover of the sea. I know this world's a wretched place, but if you'll follow me, I'll take all of your burdens, and pirates we shall be. Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. Hope is now before us, and misery at last. We could not care the lesser for the men who say yaka. So let the howling winds blow in and take over the past. Release the wheel and all your sins, for you are free at last. Swap the deck, my clever lad, and listen close to me. Learn my ways, and soon one day a captain you shall be. Climb the ringing mountain nest and say, what can you see? A fleet upon the starboard side. In battle we shall meet. Now the cannons raise the flag and take hold of the horse. A problem man of courage does not flee before the storm. Do not fear, we never fear, the doom is nigh at hand. Your end marks the beginning of a lively caravan. The wave of battle rages and on into the night. With crashing swords and pistol shots upon the decks we fight. Match our wits and cannonballs, the finest of the fleet. The admiral walks the plank in the shame of his defeat. So raise a drink to plunder and lift a toast for sport. Cheer the men in bravery, the enemy we foil. Bring more another round and we will sing a song of joy. When next we make our port, the folk will say victors ahoy. You're upon an isle of wealthy fools and knaves, who drink all night and sleep all day on the labor of the slaves. When the sun is set, we break off all the chains and share with them our plunder and our free men they are made. We pull up in the tavern with our new men and mates. Soon the rich will stumble calling for their runaways. The barman sends them off with ales, they ain't no drink this way. When the rest have gone, one aging wealthy man to stay.
I was once a young lad, sailing by the charts. I did not savor wind nor water, nor admire the stars. Now I have grown old and frail, and do not journey far. I only long to sail the seas once more to find my heart.
Well, come aboard and boys long, we make for unmapped shores. Ride the stormy seas with us, you'll find that soul of yourn. Leave your wealth behind you and your bitter scorn. Make your home with slaves and sinners, then you'll be reborn. Yo-ho, 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 yo-ho. endless caves and tavern halls, we live by no man's rules. Fly the colors of the living, free and proud and true. We set out on the ocean blue to escape tyranny. We keep our merry hearts alive so long we roam the sea. A man once walked along the shore and called he out to me. I see you are a fisherman, a lover of the sea. I know this world's a wretched place, but if you'll follow me, I'll take all of your burdens, and pirates we shall be. Yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho, yo ho. Hope is now before us, and misery at last. We could not care the lesser for the men who say yaka. So let the howling winds blow in and take over the past. Release the wheel and all your sins, for you are free at last. Swap the deck, my clever lad, and listen close to me. Learn my ways, and soon one day a captain you shall be. Climb the ringing mountain nest and say, what can you see? Fleet upon the starboard side. In battle we shall meet. Oh, the cannons raise the flag and take hold of the horse. A problem man of courage does not pay but fill the storm. Do not fear, we'll never fear, the tomb is nigh at hand. Your end marks the beginning of a lively caravan. The battle rages and on into the night. With flashing swords and pistol shots, upon the decks we fight. We match our wits and cannonballs, the finest of the fleet. The admiral walks the plank in the shame of his defeat. So raise a drink to plunder and lift a toast for spoils. Cheer the men in bravery, the enemy we foil. Bring more another round and we will sing a song of joy. When next we make our port, the folk will say victors ahoy. Or upon an isle of wealthy fools and knaves, who drink all night and sleep all day on the labor of the slaves. When the sun is set, we break off all the chains, and share with them our plunder and our free men they are made. We pull up in the tavern with our new men and mates. Soon those rich will stumble, calling for their runaways. The varmint sends them off with bales, they ain't no drinking way. When the rest have gone, one aging will remember stay.
I was once a young lad, sailing by the charts. I did not savor wind nor water, nor admire the stars. Now I have grown old and frail, and do not journey far. I only long to sail the seas once more to find my heart.
Well, come aboard and boys long we make for
Hello, hello, and welcome back to the second half of Miltern. Jamal's not here, so we're going to crack on as quickly as possible. I may have started as someone said Jamal is not here, but fuck it. Have a cat. Look at the silly, beautiful bitch. Isn't she beautiful? And she's really not designed to be angled in this manner.
So
like you can see, she's completely backwards. I'm sorry, darling.
She hates it.
Well, no, she just doesn't like having her back to me.
Aww.
You're so beautiful. Yes, you are.
What a sweetie.
Yeah. So anyway, you have ship leave, and I believe Matt, you were doing something.
Yes, I was. It was like 2 seconds. I was showing I was holding up a handful of gold, and I just 27 sleight of handed out of Lux's pocket without her
You
seeing.
think Lux has a handful of gold?
I
She
have
got
a lot of
something.
gold in my pocket,
do you?
apparently.
Okay.
I grabbed
Yeah.
something with my 27 just to show her what I can do.
Well, you're about to get a
Okay.
bit more.
Oh.
Because as you go to a light, William McCanty is handing out small pouches, small blue pouches.
William
which is your-
McCanty?
William
Back
McCanty's
again?
dead.
No, Mathis dead.
Like
brother.
gum on my shoe.
I was
We
gonna
can't get
say,
rid of
what
him.
the
If I see him
fuck?
again, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
I mean, to be
It would
fair,
be
if he
funny.
is gonna come back, he better be handing out gold. Like that better be
It would
step
be a
one.
funny recurring gag if he just keeps showing up and we keep getting rid of him.
Honestly, I'm
Probably
here.
will with my name problems. He'll just swim to shore later on, turn up in your tavern. Oh dear. Anyway,
Mathis? Is it
yeah,
Mathis?
Mathis Denworthy is handing out small blue pouches, with your shore leave on them. In them. This isn't your full pay for so far, but it is money to tide you by on shore. And it is 8 gold and 6 silver.
I'm rich.
At last, we can retire and give up this life of crime.
I think Catalina stole more from my pocket.
Mathis looks over you and quite imperiously says it is enough for a whore, 6 drinks, and a meal. And a room, should you wish.
Did you crunch
Oh,
those numbers? Who calculated that?
Of course.
Oh,
It's part of my role.
wow.
Is it enough to piss away gambling?
That depends on your ability.
I don't piss anything away. I only grow.
You can only collect more piss.
I don't lose.
So you are eternally bloating. He looks at you.
It was a metaphor. It went over your
The
head.
quicker you get on shore, the quicker I can.
Let's go.
How much was the
Before-
gold amount again?
8.
8 gold, 6 silver. I
Uh-huh.
suppose we should probably tell the others.
Excellent.
Very quickly before getting on shore, I want to try and tame the bird so I can have my own bet now. I stole William McCanty's
Oh.
room. I stole his role, and I stole his pet.
Give
Who's
me a
that?
animal handling.
Animal handling, nice.
Wow.
An animal handling.
Wow,
18.
Catalina.
18.
Look, it's all fine until I try and do 2 things, which I can normally do really well, but right now I'm trying to write 8 gold, 6 silver each. That's it, which is why I said bannable, whatever I said. I don't know.
Animal handling.
Leave me alone.
Oh, the spoonerisms
Um,
are coming out in full force. It's
so,
a fantastic final round.
You will note that that Chop Chop is waiting in a boat, a small little dinghy, and he will row you to shore 2 by 2.
What does Bok do during this downtime? Out of curiosity,
Great question.
He's
same
sat on the
Bok
boat,
does
right?
during the uptime.
The Bok things, right?
Yeah, he doesn't light the
Practices
boat and come
music.
back on, but not in this little shanty town. The
I'm guessing
majority
he's
of
certainly not getting off on this boat then.
the majority of no, he wouldn't be able to get on that little boat. The majority of Port End is in water at the moment.
Wow.
And you will
Like
see,
Venice.
you will see that it's like bilge water.
It's like
and-
Is it like
Venice,
from,
but saltier.
like
Like
from
Venice.
the Hobbit movie? The second Hobbit movie?
Yes.
Where
Yeah,
Smaug
like
burned?
Leighton. Yeah.
Right.
Where Stephen Fry is. Anyway, back to unnotificating myself. The important thing is that some young boys and girls seem to have these sort of rafts that they are punting around, offering people transport from one place to another. But Chop Chop informs you he will drop you at the boat taxi and leave you there. Yes, that
we're
exactly.
at the little taxi.
So he'll drop you off 2 by 2. I don't really care how you go. You can just be animals onto the ark. And after a short while, the boat taxi comes, and this is pretty creepy, to be honest. What it is you see sort of going through the mist. There is a lantern hanging down from a boat. The boat approaches with nobody seeming to crew it, man it, anything like that. And it stops at the stop for the boat taxi. Mathis and Chop Chop step on with confidence.
Whoa.
I
How
will
many
follow.
does it fit? All of us? Oh,
You
great.
can
I'll
fit
hop
14
on.
people on the boat taxi at any given time.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
It was
okay.
bigger than I was imagining.
Yeah, it's a proper little like Viking longboat,
Cool.
but very
Oh,
shallow.
cool.
And it just has a lantern hanging down from it. And as soon as sort of like almost as soon as the last person steps on, it starts to carry on its journey. There is a ramshackle-looking house where Chop Chop immediately gets off, goes towards that house. He says nothing to anybody. He just off he goes. It's clearly not a tavern of any sort. It's like one little door.
Hi, Chop Chop.
He doesn't say anything. He just sort of gives you a little nod and then carries on. Give me an
Does he
insight
seem
check.
somber? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad today. 12.
12. Anybody proficient? Isn't.
And
Lux?
and what?
Insight.
Insight.
He's inscrutable.
I am proficient in
Go
insight.
ahead, you can join in. See whether you can work out where Chop Chop, or what is going on with Chop Chop's demeanor.
I rolled a 9. I
That's
also don't really
great.
care about Chop Chop, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Lux, he appears nervous.
Maybe he's got a wife back here. Or a husband.
Yeah, he's about to go get his regular bollocking.
Makes sense to me. I'll believe that.
As you carry
Oh,
on,
sorry.
Mathis will tell you that he recommends the Siren Song, especially if you're looking to gamble. It is the most frequented tavern here. You will note that the whole town has a bit of a somber air around it. Now, obviously, with mist clinging to it, it's sitting just in the water. Lots of people spend a lot of time isolated, keeping to themselves. You'll notice a couple of toothless hags and older men who are getting a bit crusty, retired pirates. A couple of old tattooed slaves that look like they've sort of grown up out of slavery, but clearly the hard life affected them and they're old before their time. Even the young children who are, and when I say young children, sort of 10 to 12 years old, mostly boys, are who are punting the rafts around. There's no cheer to their demeanor. They don't sing or whistle. They just sort of look down and get on with their business. Not much cheer to the town at all, in fact. Until you
So it's
approach...
got a creepy vibe?
Yeah, very
Kind of
much
a
so.
somber place.
And when you approach
So when
the
you say
siren...
hags, are these hags or sea hags?
No,
What are we
they're
talking-
just old crusty women.
Right.
Yeah.
Crones. Old crones, yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
As you approach a sort of very, very large squat building on stilts, you'll hear this eerie, elongated droning, like a drawn-out whistle, or the sort of beginning of a harpy's song, played in slow motion. You hear this long, eerie, sort of constant noise going out, and it seems to be coming from the top of that building. The Siren Song. You would assume that this is what the building is named for. I'll take a perception check from everyone, please.
Is this tune like inviting or intimidating? Bro, I'm gonna use a different die today. It's a nat 1. Lux is just too excited to be on land.
21.
Okay. Katalina, you will note what appears to be a long wooden tube that's sort of curved, that is moving about gently in the wind above the Siren Song. It is that is producing this sound as the wind passes through it.
Cool.
And whilst it is a little haunting and a little inviting in some weird, sort of slightly creepy way that you want to get a little bit closer, but you're not sure it's like a lure, you might also, with a 21, be aware that perhaps it wards off something else. Not patrons.
Is it an elk horn?
What?
A what?
An elk horn? You know, the really long horn that you blow in?
No. It's like just a little sort of curved piece of wood that's designed to make a whistling, strange noise as the wind passes through it. Just naturally on its own.
So
looks
it's
a bit
kind of
a
like
wind gun.
it's kind of acting like a clarinet reed or something. Then I'm guessing.
Oh, it's like a flute, I would guess. To be a bit more
All that,
specific.
yeah.
The important thing is that Jacko fucking hates it.
Aw.
And if he's with you, which I would assume he probably is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Assuming my animal handling was good.
He's just going, fuck off, fuck off.
Oh no, he's all
He's
agitated.
agitated as hell.
I will cover his ears.
He looks. He gives you a wry smile, as only parrots can. He does seem to stop twitching his wings and seem a little less stressed. You might assume that the birds that might land on in these swampy lands could be a little bigger and a little bit more annoying, perhaps also a little dangerous. So perhaps that is what that noise is due to do. But as you creep up upon the tavern, you can hear the bustling sounds of a busy and happy place within.
Is Mathis coming with us, or is he going somewhere else?
He's going somewhere else.
I would want to pry where he's going. Where are you
I
going,
think he
Mathis?
probably shared that information anyway, but yes. He will tell you that he is going to the Leaf and Crown. It is a fairly expensive but quite private eatery that is in the upper part of town, usually reserved for the mayor of the town and a few others.
Wow.
And he will tell you that he is very, very, very good friends with the chef there, and give you a little bit of a wink. It doesn't imply a romantic relationship. He sort of looks very proud.
So that's how he gets his exclusive access.
It might be his child.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow.
Lux is going to be a stepmom.
Still? Question mark? I write in my note. Wow.
He sort of nods at you and
Enjoy.
my son is a esteemed chef here.
Wow.
Perhaps at some point I might take you all up
Some
for a meal, but
leftovers.
I'd like to see him, just the two of us first.
Enjoy.
I'm sure I will, and you enjoy too.
God bless.
And he points you towards the siren song, where I was busy getting that music and then my brain stopped. Let me go back to that. Cut.
I have to do something real quick before we go in.
Please do.
Oh
Gives me a
yeah, what are
second.
you gonna look like?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at all you say. I have an idea, and can I possibly stand in a corner where no one can see me? Like they can see me, the party, but no one else.
Outside, yeah, you just stand on a
All
wall of
right.
stilts.
I'm gonna transform into Kyros, and then go inside with them.
Oh my god.
Kyros, the guy from
Organ
the boat.
beard.
Oh, okay. I will say that whilst you can impersonate many of his aspects, obviously you will not be able to impersonate the beard.
I will transform into the girl instead.
Okay.
That
Give
was
me a
this reaction.
performance check, because you're going to struggle with the scales as well.
Oh.
I made them very distinctive for a reason.
I rolled a nat 1. I'm going to transform into a
Okay.
random man.
Yeah, you change into Kyros and your beard just sort of looks like a lank mess. You change into
No.
Katie, and there's like some yellow paint on your leg that looks like someone spilt something down you. You give up and become
Actually, could I possibly just cover that part where the scales would be?
absolutely.
I'm going to do that, so I am going to be here, but I'm covering wherever the scales would be.
Okay.
Now what is I like this, Katalina. What are you thinking?
I
Just
want
want to see what people think of this person.
I want to see if there's a reaction, if they care, if maybe they'll give me stuff out of fear. That's the real reason.
Should we be seen entering together?
That's up to you. I don't care. No, actually.
Okay.
You guys go in first.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, head on in. Don't look too closely.
see.
I grabbed in a hurry. That woman may be wielding a baguette.
Oh yeah, this
Nice.
place is turning up.
Oh my god, I love the creatures in here.
Yeah, I genuinely think she
Yeah,
might
me
be wielding a
too.
baguette. Yeah, I did some zooming in earlier and I was very confused. This guy is the ale but doesn't have a cup.
Yeah.
This
I
guy
like
has
him.
2 cups and quite a lot of ale in both. But I thought it was quirky enough that we liked it.
I really like
I
the
also like
spicy
this little
bartender.
guy who oh sorry, let me do a focus ping. This little guy who appears to be using someone else's leg.
This just looks like a normal rowdy bar, you know?
Yeah,
These two
yeah.
have made a little
Okay.
connection.
Oh, the bartender's only got a nose, no other facial features. Deep gnomes are like that, and I think they've hung a person-looking wooden thing from the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that can be Athren.
I don't know what the fuck this guy is at the back here.
That's the back of a Three Queen's head. Didn't you know that?
Ooh.
So yeah,
I'll accept
as you
that.
come in, the group of you are going in without Katie, is that right?
Yes.
Katalina?
Yes. Well, Katie,
He's
Katalina.
Yeah,
She's,
yeah.
Yeah.
she's being Katie. Let's not think too hard about it, Jamal. It's probably two people.
No. Yeah.
It's what was that thing? What was CJ? A cloaker, right?
Yeah.
It's a cloaker and a dwarf making out. That's what that is.
Wow. This place
Okay.
is-
But as you come in,
Lovely.
there's a rowdy spirit. And as you turn, a lady yells out, "One for the newcomer!" And the bard sort of nods and smiles and continues their show. The bard is a rather enthusiastic lizard folk. And I will put on his little song, because he has a little
Oh
song.
my
So
god.
good.
This is awesome.
We're off to a good
Where is
start.
he?
This town is so glum, but the bar is lively.
Is Bard actually the greatest D&D class? It's got to be, right?
Have you ever played a bard, Matt?
Yes, he did. He played it in our campaign. How dare you disparage the guy whose name I can't never remember, because it was like the ranger, the fighter.
Oh yeah, that
Akran,
sweet boy.
Arkan.
I
Yeah.
played
There you go.
for half a campaign after I died.
Yeah,
My other character did.
yeah.
That's
We
right.
remember
He
Uthal,
was
so you've
creepy.
got to remember Arkan. Like, it's gonna be, it'll be good.
I
Anyway,
apologize. That's on me.
he has a song.
I forgot to.
I think it's this one. I could have this wrong.
Come here. Come on.
No. That's his sad song. He'll sing that later.
Wow, yeah, he has a soulful voice.
Yeah, he does.
Lizard man.
But oh, I know why I can't find it, because it's in the other thing. It's under the piratey stuff, not the other thing. Get playing, Bard. Come on, everybody's waiting for you. Where's your little reel thing that you did?
I'll toss him a
Um,
little copper piece. Maybe
Okay. That'll get him going.
that'll get him going. Oh, it worked.
And he begins to play, and you'll note people are kind of up dancing. It's sort of 10, 11 a.m.
Wow.
But it looks like this is the only place of any joy in the entire town. So people are still drunk from the night before. You'll see a few
hell
patrons
yes.
sleeping around on the floor. Yeah, I mean, everybody seems pretty happy. There are a few people sort of eyeing you up, like keeping them, sort of looking out at you. But yeah, enter freely.
I enter dancing to this tune.
Love that.
I'm gonna immediately get my hooves
Yep.
clippity clopping.
A gnome comes and sort of dances round you, swinging his arms left and right. Annika, what are you? What are you? Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. What are you?
What are you?
I will approach the bar and
Mm-hmm.
I will hand out my flask and put a silver piece down.
Okay.
Fill it up with whatever, please.
He ignores your flask completely, and just puts for a silver piece. He just puts a huge pitcher of ale straight away. Just bam, launches it down.
Yeah.
Takes your silver piece, just pushes it towards you. You fill up your own tank and anybody else's you want, really, with that.
Thank you,
She
sir.
got a bottle service.
Did you just get hired to be a waiter? Or a waitress?
No, she got bottle service for the thing.
Yeah, exactly. She got bottle service at the table. Annika, you can't help notice that you're being watched as you're wandering through, though.
Oh.
You're being eyed up by a woman. She stands about 5'8" in height. She has sort of a very elegant hat on. She's sort of leaning back a little bit. She's got two sabers at her sides. She's got an air of competence about her. A beautiful, striking woman, dark of skin. And she's just really, like, staring directly at you. She makes no attempt to hide her interest.
I walk back over to Athren and Lux, and I just sort of hand them the ale after I pour it into my own, and then I will just pull out a little string and I will cast a message at the woman. Can I help you with something?
I always admire subtlety. You come from a ship. Which ship?
What's it to you?
I need a ship. I'm out of work.
I'm just sort of contemplating for a moment. You should probably talk to second mate. This one. And I just sort of nod my head over to Lux.
She nods her head and comes over.
dancing.
And as she strides on over, she'll put her hand on your shoulder.
Damn.
And she'll say, "Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but
I assume she was starting a conga line.
would you perhaps like something stronger?" And she will gesture towards her hip flask. She'll offer to fill up a glass or tankard for you with something of her own, if you wish. I was just inquiring about the nature of your ship. Found myself landed.
Wow. Oh my god, this is so much pressure all of a sudden. What are you, what's your experience? How'd you end up here?
I killed the captain.
Strong start. Did he have it coming?
She looks a little pensive and, truth be told, and she sort of hesitates for a moment and just gives a little furtive glance left and right. He was a bastard. The way he treated people.
Yeah.
I couldn't be dealing with that. And I've got a sense of fairness, you know? I'm just as criminal as the next one. But consistency. You know? Important thing.
Well, I mean, it's not up to me, but we do, what is the word I'm looking for? Work for, sail for. Captain Sonia. Red Cap. Does she react to the name?
I see. Dangerous path. How long have you sailed with Sonia?
Very, very recent, some of us. Well, wait, looking around, the majority of us. Forgot Mathis got off.
You expect to survive the birth? I was also distracted by Kogo.
She just loves running up here and bothering Ginger when she's in the window and then running away. It's just their game, I guess.
Childish.
Yeah.
Absolute troll.
She asked you
yeah.
if you expect to survive being in Sonia's employ.
Well, yeah, I've survived everything that's been thrown at me so far. So why not?
I've heard she likes her women. Think I've got a chance?
You? Well, honestly, I think she's quite devoted to her current partner.
Not like that. Most of her crew are female, are they not? Most of her crew isn't. Most of her mates have been. First mate, second mate, third mate. When you saw the others that were raised up, Marilyn Cage, Olive.
Yeah.
She generally tends to choose female sub-commanders.
Oh, and
Katalina.
she did just kill her
Lux.
2 guys and replace them with girls, so...
She did just do that, yes.
That is true. I was just thinking about the abundance of male dwarves, but yeah.
Yes, no.
They're grunts.
And Mathis as well.
Yeah, he is important, but and male, but well, that's not.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Next on the chopping block.
Is
Let's
she,
hope
No, I
not.
won't
is
let it
she in
happen.
town, or is she back on the boat?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm
she
not
didn't.
sure.
She didn't. Alight.
Okay. No, but I think you might catch her tomorrow.
Or perhaps I'll catch her while she's in the harbor. I'm sure she'd rather speak from a place of comfort. Besides, if I'm to sail a ship, I should see it.
It's a beautiful ship, I must say. What is your, what do you bring to the table?
Karis. I sail, I fight. I have a small amount of magic that I call my own.
Wow. Sounds like you'll
I'm
fit
mostly
right
better
in.
with these, and she pats her blades.
Perfect. Oh, I'll put in a good word for you.
No need. I'll head there myself. And with that, she goes to stride out the tavern. As she does so, when the door opens, Kaylee, Katalina.
Does Karis react to seeing Kaylee?
He
This I
twitches
do
an
wanna
eyebrow,
know.
but walks straight past her.
Okay. Yeah, I really want to look around the room for reactions to her.
There's a big one. Katie, you step in and goes a little quiet. You can hear a few people chatting, and then sort of as you look around, it
With a sly grin on my face.
yeah, it starts to get a little quieter. A little quieter again. And then, seemingly out of nowhere,
No.
a man leaps into the tabaxi male,
my god.
holding a blade, and he puts it straight up to your throat. What do you think you're doing here?
Put your blade down, cat.
If I put it down anywhere, it would be down your throat. You have been told many times, leave, and do not
Oh,
come
shit.
back. We will not
And-
tolerate your kind here.
Ooh.
Contemplating how much I want to play Kaylee right now. I'm just here for the festivities.
Yes, and then somebody will disappear, and then somebody else. And then we will have to chase you out of town yet again. I think not.
Yeah, probably.
Our patrons have had enough of you. Do not force me.
Damn.
Sorry, what was the last bit you said?
The patrons here have suffered enough. Do not force me. And with that, he pushes the blade so that it just begins to put a slight cut into your throat.
Can I take a step back?
Yep. As you go to step back, you sort of feel a collision from behind you. And as you turn, one of the tallest men you have ever seen is stood behind you. He's sort of like...
Crap.
He's just here, like massive hugging. He's just a human, as far as you can tell, but his chest sort of bulges out against your back. Your sort of like head is just about up to his middle chest, and he looks down. And, you going somewhere?
I'm gonna stomp on his foot. Get out of my way.
As you do
Hey.
so, he just gives you a smile. Pretty little thing like you. And he's going to grab a fistful of your hair and pull your head
my
back sharply.
goodness.
This didn't go as planned.
I'm gonna have
No, this is the town they were chased out of literally literally yesterday. They did
Okay, can I
mention
step
something
in?
very brief about this to Sonia about being
That's okay.
unwelcome in the locale.
That is okay.
Wait, I'm gonna actually message to Katalina. Do you want help, or should we let this play out?
I'm gonna say, I have it under control for now.
Okay.
If things get worse, just create a distraction.
The cat begins to sniff at you.
Uh-oh. Oh no, he's got a great sense of smell.
You've lost your magic.
What'd you say?
You've
Magic?
lost your magic. Simple prey.
Well, I've lost my boat as well.
In a land where you eat others, suddenly you find yourself the prey on the table. Karma is a beautiful thing. Perhaps we shall start with your fingers. That is what you would do, is it not?
I have a question.
No. No.
What is between the big man and the door?
Nothing. He's got his back flat to the door.
There's no possible way. Is there a window next to the door?
There are windows sort of left and right, but they're covered. They're shuttered windows. They're not just like open windows, because it'd be fucking freezing.
But they're glass.
No, you don't get glass in this sort of world. They've got shutters that are pulled inwards. You can
If I were to dive
through
head
them,
first at a window, yeah, I could burst
Yeah,
the
yeah.
window.
but you'll have to. You do have a
Okay.
blade pushed right up against your throat, and a man is holding your hair.
Yeah, alright. I thought I'd make amends, but how about I just leave?
Finally, we see you at your lowest point. Beautiful thing, don't you think? Everybody is so different when they are desperate. For once, you do not hold all the cards. But I must question. You lost your boat, but probably not your man. We do not want repercussions, so you may walk in peace, as long as you take him and yourself far, far away from here.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to wait to be let go of.
He nods gently, and the large man steps around to the side of you and like pulls your hair to twist your body towards the door, and opens the door and just pushes you out.
All right.
Wow.
I want to try something that's probably terrible. But
Sounds great. You're coming back as Kiros?
No. Like, so the big man turns me away, or turns around and
Twists
pushes
your
out the
head
door.
to like push you out the door. Yeah.
As soon as he lets go, I would like to stab him, and because I'm a swashbuckler, I can run away without taking an attack of opportunity.
Whoa!
Make an attack roll.
Nice.
Now it's a party.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Would you consider this at advantage as a
No.
sneak? Surprise.
What
All
is
right.
it?
Well, I rolled a
Not
25.
a surprise.
I rolled a
Surely.
25.
Okay. As your rapier sort of goes, sort of slips out and goes straight into him, you just hear Jabari, this Tabaxi, a traitor, as always.
Okay.
I'm not. As soon as I stabbed, I ran. Just
I know.
whatever has to happen, just so you know.
I was gonna cast Fog Cloud on them
Inside.
at like the doorway. Like, oh no, fog's coming in.
Give me a sleight of hand check. It's very
Alright.
foggy out there anyway, so
Nat 20. Woo!
okay, that's good.
I switched my dice.
As this fog comes, Jabari disappears.
Uh-oh.
As he will misty step outside. And I would say, Matt, you are now in initiative. You have 6 seconds to act. What are you gonna do? Please, for the love of God, tell me you're gonna stop looking like her.
Yeah. So my goal was literally to just get away and transform back.
Yeah.
Now that this cat misty step, that might affect things because I don't want to see me change.
He's misty stepped outside, but bear in mind there is a deep fog cloud. You and him cannot see much.
All right. Well, I can bonus action because the Swashbuckler. I don't have to disengage. I can just walk away. I can bonus action dash. And I use my action to stab, so I can't do anything until.
No. This is a fresh turn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like you've got an action, a bonus action, but
Is it an action
You're
to
in the
change
mist.
how you look?
It's an action. I'm immediately going to change how I look.
okay. Maybe a little bit of a bonus action hide, and then sort of like slip into the
Yeah.
Change.
Yeah. I'm getting not right in front of the door.
And then as soon as he like bursts through the mist, he sees you in what form?
I'm going to be sitting on the ground panting as myself. Someone just ran right past me. I couldn't see who.
Give me a deception check.
Shit. You're supposed to just believe me.
Why don't they just believe me? This is
Uh,
rolling
Don't
in
I look
D&D.
trustworthy?
It's a
Oh, no.
12. I want to see if I can add anything to that.
You see him go to charge past you, and then he sort of looks backwards slowly and...
Mm-mm.
Says you're very poorly.
Oh yeah.
looks down at you. You see him
I
make
look like
some
a-
sort of decision, and his
I look
eyes
like a homeless
go
person.
bright gold, like shining gold. And then he nods and walks away.
Just so you know, I look homeless, as if I was living in the alley.
So does everyone in this town.
Exactly. So I blend in better.
Yeah, as you return back, you hear the it sounds sort of like it's picking up ever so slightly. People are sort of talking about what just happened. And the bard is sort of breaking into a tale about about other times where people have been chased away.
Whoa.
As you sort of come back and the four of you assimilate into the tavern as is, you can go about your evening. What's the plan?
First, I just have to say, sorry, I didn't mean to cause that much of a problem.
Lux is laughing it up. Katalina, what was even your game plan?
To get everyone more pissed off, so maybe they'll actively go hunt and kill her.
Well,
So
I
you
think
want you to fuck with them,
We're halfway there. Yeah.
and they nearly killed you.
Nearly.
Well, that was
Almost.
certainly an eventful start to our time on shore.
I hope you're whispering so everyone around us doesn't hear us talking about this.
We're whispering. We're huddled at our
Crowded.
table now.
There's
We're
so
at our
much noise
table.
going on in the tavern, exactly.
Yeah.
Please, someone,
So-
just get me a drink.
Oh, here, got you covered.
Yeah, we've got the
Yeah.
entire fucking tankard.
You will note a large, long gambling table to
Ooh.
the side. But the game on there that they're currently playing looks a little unfamiliar. You see
Familiar to
them...
all of us.
Sorry? Yes, I'm familiar to all of you. You see them rolling a series of dice. It's a six-sided dice, but they have symbols on the sides. So one is a skull, one is a dagger, one is a crown, one is a coin. One is either a teardrop or a drop of blood, you're not sure. And one looks like a cat's eye. There's a lot of gold moving around the table quickly, and 12 or 15 people are currently involved in playing along this long table. The two of you, Annika and Katalina, would know enough about games of chance to quickly work out that the dealer is a halfling who is sat sort of cross-legged on a high stool. And whilst he's not technically dealing anything, because people are rolling their individual, they're rolling dice, it's him that moves the winnings with a sort of long stick with a paddle on the end, which he seems very deft with. And he also seems to be keeping an eye out for anybody who is cheating. But the more you stare, the more the rules of the game seem a little elusive.
Is there anybody else who's observing the game?
Yes, as you look over, you see a man, very distinctive man, watching over the game. His skin is pale white. He has
Whoa.
silver eyes. And he's wearing sort of black lipstick, dark eyeliner. His nails are painted a beautiful black. And his clothing looks incredibly outdated. As he sees you looking over, he smiles at you. Smooths out his mustache.
Might you be able to tell me the rules of the game?
Ah, a pity that I can't. I don't think I know them myself. I'm trying to work it out. I've been watching for about 2 hours, but it's just there's something I'm missing. That's for sure. You newcomers to the town, it is. Is that right?
That's right.
They call me Ghost. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise, Annika.
Do they
I
shake
don't
hands?
say my
Is he
name.
corporeal?
Yeah, he'll shake a hand if she offers it.
I don't.
he's- Okay. He is holding a drink. You would assume he's real.
Okay. Give me a little side eye.
You've come with friends. That's good. Always good to bring friends with you, especially to a tavern where you're unfamiliar. Wouldn't want to cause undue trouble and not have backup.
Very true. Very dumb move to make.
Your friend's plan backfired.
Wow, he saw right through it.
Shame. It's
Sure, I
alright.
have no idea what you mean.
Most of us are born with one look. Some of us get to choose. We know our own kind.
I was gonna ask, what is
He's a
this?
changeling.
Let's go.
Oh my god. Of course.
Well, it looks like
He looks at you with quite a lot of confidence, Annika, and says, "Nobody gets this beautiful by accident." Sorry, you were saying, Athren?
oh, looks like you figured out.
Best hope that the others don't. It was might have seemed a harmless prank to you, but to these, some of their wives and children went missing the last time that Katie and Kiros were in town only 3 days ago.
Ugh.
They're still bitter. Don't know why.
Presume dead.
I don't know. Do you presume them dead?
I don't know. I don't know anything about this town, about Kaylee and Kiros.
I try to presume nothing. I only trade in facts. The only people I know are dead. Those that are rotting in the graves and those that have died at my own hand.
So those two, they were here before then. What were they like?
Delightful
When they were in
company.
town.
Cannibals. They're improving people, from what I understand. But seems to me like I'm not sure that the progression from person to stake is an improvement.
They have strange ideas about improve. Yeah.
Everything they do.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Is it true
Why
what you
did
said?
Say steak.
The rumors say that Katie at least eats people. Cuts them up into pieces. Cooks them as a delicacy.
We're told
Gives me
that.
the shivers, you know. You were told they cut people into pieces. Sonia never mentioned anything about cannibalism.
Oh,
Well, I can't say anything about the whole cannibalism part,
Try not to. That's my best practice in life.
but I do know they were nasty fuckers.
Yeah, well. Sometimes you have to be in this world. Don't you think?
Yeah, problem is sometimes people get too nasty and they get run out.
Jabari's a master assassin. It's not often he lets a prey go. You handle yourself well out there. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
do you ever sail ships?
I've been on ships to get from one place to another, but no, my trade is that of a hunter. In fact, I'm looking for somebody right now. I wonder if you know anything about them, a tiefling. Red of skin, black eyes.
They're all red.
He escaped away on a
other-
merchant ship. He'd been on a merchant ship for about 10 years, but he had private practices.
Can't say I know who Kara is. No. I name drop him on purpose.
See?
Wait, he doesn't have black eyes, does he?
I have no clue. I have no clue to who he's talking about, but I
he's
assume.
got beautiful orange eyes.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like anyone that I've known.
Truth be told, I think I might have already been beaten to the prey. The ship was taken over by pirates, and I don't think there were many survivors. In fact, I think there might only have been one. It isn't my target.
Mm,
You have
tough
names?
luck.
Actually, more importantly, what was the ship?
His name was Baron.
The
Jamal, you
survivor?
cannot expect me to tell you what fucking merchant ship Kira told you he sailed on in episode 1 right now. That information is not present.
That information's
It's
lost in
Kira's
time.
boat.
Yeah, I assume Kara was the one that, yeah.
Survived, indeed.
Yeah.
But he will tell you that the tiefling's name was Baron. B-E-R-E-N.
We might know an acquaintance of Baron. Said
No, the
Kara.
survivor.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
Perhaps I'll get you to make me an introduction. Or perhaps one of your more tactfully spoken friends. If you want in on the game, by the way, you need to speak to Kavos. He's that stupidly poncy man that's playing with fire at the end of the bar. No, it's over. And he will show you Kavos, who is quite literally juggling flame in his hand.
Oh,
my
this guy.
God.
Oh, that's incredibly over the top.
He's just playing with it, just chucking it from one hand to the other.
I'm watching the fire to see how close it gets to anything flammable, like this.
Not at all, it just
greenery.
passes between his hands. He
Okay.
throws it from one hand to the other. He's not juggling it in the sky or anything like that.
Okay.
Very slowly, the fiddler begins to play another track, but you can see that the room is a little shaken by what happened.
Yeah.
It's a little. The room's a little what?
Shaken by what happened.
Oh,
Katalina, you kind of killed the vibe in.
I wanted to see how everyone reacted.
Well, congratulations, you sure did that.
Congratulations.
You got a reaction, all right. All right, I'll jump up onto a table. Let's get back into high spirits, everyone. I'll just start dancing. You guys
One of the
can
dwarves
gamble.
just turns up, holds up the smallest tankard you've ever seen, goes,
Aw.
"Yeah, spirits!"
Yeah, spirit.
And he just throws it and like splashes the liquid at his face.
Get this man a refill.
Yeah! Get this man a refill! He waves it around, like wildly around his head. The little gnome comes and jumps on the table where you just were, and begins to do a little jig on the table. And you will note that he seems to have enchanted shoes.
Ooh.
As he taps them, they make different noises each time. You hear like the clinking of metal heels, and then like a woman's sort
Wow.
of stiletto, and then a big chainmail boot, and then little tiny sandals. Like they keep changing sounds as he's dancing, performing a weird little strange
Do a
percussion.
little tap dance.
As he does his little tap.
I do
dance.
wonder though. I do wonder. Can you
Don't
make
just
duck
wonder.
noises with your shoes? Instead of sounding quack.
Oh no! I imagine he can make little flaps, like as if his feet are webbed. But no, all the sounds you hear are footfall sounds.
Oh,
Um,
disappointing. Here, I thought this guy might be able to make clown shoes.
no. But guys, I think we might incorporate the rest of the group in this tavern frolicking, and curtail our session a little short. And
Sure.
come to the MVPs and roll from there. Truth be told, I'm feeling a little tired.
Fair enough.
I want to give it my all for your whatever scam it is you're going to run in this poor little town. Matt shook me up by trying to appear as Kaylee, despite my hoping that he'd roll badly enough to dissuade him.
That
So,
one did not change his mind.
new year, new me. I'm going first on MVPs, and that was mine. Matt deciding to be Kaylee.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Matt, your MVP.
First off, I think everyone knows a bad idea has never swayed me before.
No, that's true.
But I gotta give it to. I feel like this is gonna be a common theme in this campaign when we go to new places. But all the cool new characters we're meeting.
Good.
Yeah.
The Jabari. And the fire dude.
yes. Jabari is he's a renowned assassin. He will remain in the campaign. You'll see him elsewhere.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to remember me for bad reasons, and I think I accidentally made an enemy, and he's going to remember my sight, and now I'm scared.
Your scent. Yeah, indeed. Jamal,
yeah.
your MVP.
I'm gonna give it to Katalina nearly fucking dying.
Yeah. Always good. That was your turn last week.
On the list of bad ideas, sure, there was a lot of information that we didn't have, but as far as the list of bad ideas go, that was pretty high up the list of bad ideas. That's more of a bad idea than trying to sneak a fireball necklace out of a cannon and nearly killing
In the
yourself.
dead of night, yeah. Elora.
It would have to be Lux and Katalina going down to talk to what's his name, Hot Boy. And she goes,
Calathea.
"What do you think? Is he your type? I have to hear him speak first." No.
Good afternoon. No.
That one line.
Indeed. And Mikayla.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what everyone said about the chaos of being Kaylee is so funny. Just being someone who clearly has a reputation and just going in so boldly, not knowing what people think of her there. And I'll give a small one to Katalina wanting to bring the girls to her new room, the girls' room. We'll make it happen. We'll put Neptune on the job.
Yes. We'll make it bigger on the
usurp
inside.
someone else's room. Exactly. You can do that eventually. Unfortunately, this week, Darth was dunking donuts in Dakota. And Josh was jousting in Jericho. Now he's always in Japan. We've got to find somewhere new. The two of them have both simultaneously fractured their foreheads, but should be able to return to us next week. I believe we will have a session next week, but in the meantime, I'm sorry for the short one, but I'm running on no sleep. So if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
we shall see you soon.